jet sweep to start the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's McNair. That is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To throw, McNair. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Come on, come on. Hey.
On 1st and 10, McNair. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's McNair. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
Right back to him on 1st down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Really nice effort and an even nicer stop from Marcus May there.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run. This is Holmes. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Now Young. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Let's go. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now McNair off the play fake. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
19 wide.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Well, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Play action. It's McNair. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Young working out of the gun. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Here's Young from the shotgun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll run with Holmes. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Young now. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone. Touchdown Broncos. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
On 2nd down, McNair. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Here's McNair. Under pressure, they got him again. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Now McNair looking for a first down throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
So a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1. And he's hoping on the road to...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Young. And it's a fumble, and the Texans scoop it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Dragon 60. Warrior 70.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Hey, check that, street.
A final shot before break. McNair. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this 2nd half as they trail, and we are back underway.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Young into the slide, and he's got a first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
Young looks to throw on first down. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 2nd down now. It's Holmes.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Holmes.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And we are tied at 21. Square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Another run with Sanders. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now McNair. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. that his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now McNair. And this one is incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
McNair to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Running right, here's Sanders.
Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
McNair. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year
as his guys have now moved out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
On first down, it's McNair. Try to lay one up deep.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss result.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, here's McNair. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
Oh, the return is Callaway.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Young to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Broncos 21. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A run now with Holmes.
Room here to run. And now the rookie's free. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again. Here are the 4th.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Texans made over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
James has got it. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They run it with James.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, McNair. He finds his man, complete. It's James. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
19 tight. 19 tight.
To throw on 3rd down. McNair. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground with Sanders.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
42. Broncos 27. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
fielded right around the 8.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
To try again after the sack. Young, now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught at the 25.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Young's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And as this defense walks off the field,